I'm a proud survivor of domestic violence, and I watched somebody, I endured somebody name-calling me, accusing me of things I didn't do, shoving me, pushing me, threatening me to the point where I wasn't able to even get free of the relationship. I was so intimidated and frightened. The first time that I watched our president in the campaign pick on the reporter, and then subsequently all of the things he did, including, threatening to throw Hillary in jail right there on stage, lock her up, all of the things that he's done and some of the tweets that he's done since he's been president, I'm very frightened of his behavior, and it absolutely reminds me of and looks like the person who battered me. And I feel unprotected by the people who don't seem to think that that's important or see it. And I just want to know how you can overlook those behaviors in him and how you cannot protect me by supporting him.
I want to tell you that I don't support him. And your reason is one of the many reasons. I think he desecrates the office of the President of the United States as well as this country with his presence in that position. But I think that this whole issue goes much further back, and it goes to us accepting bad behavior from other people. Boys will be boys, and even women hateful towards women. Bad behavior is bad behavior. It should not be accepted. It should not be tolerated. It's kind of that simple to me, and we need to get back to that.
Well, the fact that you had the wherewithal, the support to leave an abusive relationship, hats off to you. I give you a lot of credit. It's a courageous thing to do. It's a very important thing that you as a person, as a woman, as a citizen did for yourself and for anyone who knows and who cares about you, because it shows a strength and a purpose, and I have a tremendous amount of respect for you. That being said, I don't think that the tweets that the president may tweet out or some of his words and verbiage is a causal piece of something that caused somebody to become violent. The president was not a politician. He was a very successful businessman from New York. New York is a fairly rough and tumble place to grow up. I've grown up in New York, and it's even more difficult to become a very successful business person. And he was able to do that. And I agree that he is very caustic sometimes. He is rough. He is not a polished politician, but I do not think that it's fair to hold him personally accountable for an individual's situation. In fact, I think that he would probably be the first person to protect you. I think he does have a very deep heart. I don't think that it's important for me to promote him or to tell you how great of a human being he is. I think that that is separate from him being a great president, and I would expect that that something like domestic violence is very important for him, and certainly for the First Lady, for their interests. So.
Sorry, I had to think about that for a minute. So I believed a lot in a lot of things that, for example, President Trump did, but I absolutely could not vote for him because I have a granddaughter. And when I saw the tape of the things he said to and about that reporter, I was totally disgusted. And his whole opinion about women and the way he treats women, I've had discussions with someone very close to me who is very far right-wing, Tea Party, extreme right-wing, and I said, you know, what's your answer to his abuse of women? And he even said, it's disgusting. I mean, everybody, I think, that witnesses that some of the ways that he has treated women and the things he's done agree that it's disgusting, but they still vote for him, and the person that is close to me that voted for him still 100% believes in him and believes in what he thinks he can do to change the country. He agrees, you know, that his mistreatment of women is not right, but he doesn't agree to the point of it not making him want to elect him president. And I don't understand that way of thinking either, and why I certainly didn't want to vote for Hillary either, but why we can't figure out how we can get candidates to run this country that are a little more logical thinking in those issues, it blows my mind.
I'm also appalled. I am an ultra-conservative, but I'm also appalled by his behavior. His tweets are very divisive. I'm not as frightened as you are, but I'm concerned that what he says is very hurtful to people who have been a victim of abuse, and I just think I just don't think he thinks before he talks, and it's very divisive and very hurtful to people that have gone through some turmoil.